Hi friends, thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a little video about where's the best place to live if you have multiple chemical sensitivity, um, electromagnetic sensitivity, and with multiple chemical sensitivity comes fragrance sensitivity and um, like uh, history of trauma. So where I'm living right now, drivers here don't have impulse control, and everybody looks the other way here uh, in Missoula. Like I was just talking to somebody at a bike shop, and they were saying that uh, bicyclists come in every week saying that they just got run over. And it's sort of like this weird, there's this kind of, I don't know if it's a Stockholm syndrome or something, but here in Missoula, you're just supposed to look past the reckless drivers. Um, and I'm not saying that they're even drunk, it's just people have no impulse control here in Missoula, and it's like you don't have to have impulse control. And if somebody does, you're supposed to really grovel and thank them for following the law. So it's like I just feel like I need to leave this place. Um, but where to go? And of course, with chronic persistent Lyme disease and Epstein-Barr and the damage that that causes, not to mention the damage that I've endured living in these unregulated like these low income housing death traps that I've lived in. I mean, so the city itself is kind of like a death trap uh, with the reckless driving and the poor city planning of how the streets were set up. And I mean, this is a city where it's like the highest suicide rate. And if we look up the this information on the website of this Missoula City website, um, they won't tell you. So let's see if it'll show about the statistics. I can't find it off the top of my head. New residents, maybe that's it. No, next to travel. Well, sorry for this not okay. Demographics, city government. Unfortunately, I can't find what I was looking for. I'll look up suicide. So I was just looking up like mortality rates, and it's like uh, facts and trends, 2014 proclamations. Anyway, suicide prevention. And so, as you could see, Missoula has the highest suicide case. Maybe it's the Missoula um, maybe it was the county webpage that I was trying to find. So health, suicide prevention, home and environment. Also, trying like the air quality here is bad, and then the indoor exposures here is like bad because everybody's using all these chemicals, and then there's mold that's not taken care of because to remediate mold, it's a big investment, and people in Missoula are not they don't really value health. Uh, so so health uh, measures. I wonder if this is the one. Excuse me. So this is one widget that's not working um, on the county thing. This other interactive map. That other widget's not working. So this is about dentists. The second widget that didn't work was about aggravated assault, like all sorts of crime kind of stuff. And then the first one was about economy, housing, mortality, suicide. So these, in 2019, these things don't work on a Missoula website, on a on a city website that thinks like a city that thinks it's so ahead of its time. But my question is, and sorry it's so long-winded, I didn't sleep well, is where is a good place to live? Like, and the difficult thing for me is I never learned how to drive, and trying to learn how to drive here is just it's terrifying because people are crazy. People are they're they're doped up, hungover, underslept, changing their ringtones while they're driving, and it's acceptable here. There's just no conscience, and I don't know if it's part of the whole, cultural terrorism that's going on in our culture today. So, I mean, I just feel like I'd rather be in anywhere else actually, but here. I mean, the one thing that um, keeps me, you know, it makes me doubt. It's just that it's so pretty here. It's not so developed as everywhere else I've lived. It's a city, but where can people survive? Because I feel like there's no place that's habitable for me. With the chemicals, like I can't stay with family because they're spraying chemicals all the time. They won't understand that I can't handle their makeup and their sprays and their fragrances and their laundry soaps, and like I can't, you know, people don't get it, and if you really make it clear, then people are angry at you. And like if you want to reduce, like have limited Wi-Fi exposure or limited electromagnetic exposure, like no, I don't want to sleep right on the opposite wall of the fridge, or on the opposite wall where all the 15 utility and water meters are. I mean, that's what happened to me here. It's like there's no recognition that I'm a living breathing organism that needs safe place, like for my biology. And that's kind of like why I'm kind of hoping the rapture happens, because uh, like people don't get it. People don't get that. I don't want to have a laundry dryer vent right outside my window where, you know, I mean, so I have to breathe in everybody's laundry products, and and then like now it seems like there's just like you just have to suffer through improperly built buildings. Like there's this rich building that's right next door that if you're in a major city, those major industrial building fans, they put it at the top of the building, right? The top. They don't put it on the side. If you're in New York City, the major industrial fan is not on the side that's going to project its noise all the time at your neighbors. No, they don't do that in New York. They don't do that in San Francisco. They don't do that in Philadelphia. They don't do that in Oregon, but they do that here in Montana. Oh yeah, we're not gonna mess up our roof, for that one tenant. No, we're going to aim this really loud fan at 10 homes of the low income house and harm children's health, harm ill people's health, harm people who aren't sick, because that constant noise it's it affects your health. Um, even if you don't become immediately sick, it's depleting because you're having to tune out constant loud noises. Anyway, I know like for most people, what I'm saying doesn't make sense or it sounds like I'm being too picky. And the thing is, I know there's other people out there like me who are struggling, and it's like this world is not made for us. And like, I have to do everything I possibly can. I have to have a mask. I have to have earplugs with headphones. I have to have an air ionizer. I have to have a fan set up ready to go, whether it's to blow away the laundry fragrance products or my roommate using her heavily fragranced products. It's like it's it's unbearable. And the thing is, it's like when you are hotboxed by chemicals, like where you're just forced to breathe in the chemicals, you can't think, you can't function. And so it's not like I'm just like, phew, oh, I don't like the smell. It's like I can't work. I can't, um, like my brain doesn't work. Um, so I don't know. You know, like with Lyme disease, Lyme is a family disease, and it wrecks your ability to cope. And when your ability to cope, um, when that's a infestation in a family, it breaks down the family. So it's like people like me, we have it's like an estranged family situation. So it's not like you can really, you know, go to family for help. I've never been able to go to family for help because they're not well and we can hardly stand each other. So I guess I just wanted to check in and see what other people do. And I look on Facebook and it just doesn't seem like there's any answers. If if you don't have a lot of money, there's nothing, there's no hope. And I mean, in every bad thing, like there's reason. I know like God has a reason for everything. Um, so but it's pretty difficult. So, anyways, I can barely function right now. So maybe I'm gonna try to nap, see if I can kind of feel better. So, anyways, thanks for watching.